Okay, so what if we could upgrade the very software that runs our entire civilization? And no, I'm not talking about your phone or your laptop. I'm talking about a single unified operating system for all of society. Yeah, it's a massive idea, so let's unpack it.
Just imagine it for a second. Everything from our economy to our biggest collective goals, all coordinated by one unified system. I know it sounds a little like science fiction, doesn't it? But this idea, it's not just about some futuristic tech. It's really about finding a better way to solve our biggest, most tangled problems. So, what would that even look like?
All right, so to really get why we might even need a new OS, you first have to look at the kind of broken one we have now. See, our world is run on this messy patchwork of systems governments, markets, the media, and they're often completely uncoordinated. Sometimes they're even working against each other. I mean, think about it, right? Governments make policy, markets drive commerce, social networks connect people, but they rarely, if ever, speak the same language. They all operate in their own little silos, and that creates these huge inefficiencies and just a ton of friction in the system. It's kind of like having 5 different operating systems all trying to run the same computer. It just doesn't work that well.
So, the big idea here is what's being called a civilization operating system. And the analogy is perfect. Just like Windows or iOS manages all the stuff happening on your device, this OS would be the underlying layer for all of society, coordinating everything from resources and manufacturing to communication and how we take action together. So, how on earth could this actually work in practice? Well, the core of it is this powerful new idea called an intent engine, and its job isn't to guess what we need. It's designed to understand and act on our collective goals, what we actually say we want, our intent. Okay, so this engine really does 3 main things. First, it would figure out what humanity actually wants and needs in real time. Second, it would coordinate all the resources to make those things happen. And finally, by doing all that, it would totally reshape our entire economy. So let's start with that first one, mapping intent. So step 1, mapping intent. Instead of companies spending billions of dollars to guess what we want, the system would just ask. Imagine millions of people all stating their goals clearly. I want to learn AI. I need better healthcare. Or I want to help solve climate change. All of a sudden, you'd have this living, breathing, real-time map of humanity's deepest needs and biggest ambitions. And this brings us to the next part, coordination. Let's say your intent is to build a clean energy startup. The system wouldn't just give you a list of search results. No way. It would be a coordination engine, actively connecting you with the exact engineers, investors, regulators, and even the first potential customers you need. Suddenly, all the friction, all the cost of trying to do something new, it would just plummet. And this leads to a really fundamental economic shift. Right now, you got to understand, our economy is largely guess-driven. Companies produce a bunch of stuff and then spend a fortune on advertising to try and convince us to buy it. Well, an intent-driven economy completely flips that model on its head. Production would respond directly to real, verified demand that we've already stated. Now, to really wrap your head around this, you have to see just how different this is from the internet we use every single day. We're talking about a shift from an economy that's built on capturing our attention to one that's built on fulfilling our intent. And the contrast is pretty stark. The internet of today, the attention economy, is all optimized to get our clicks for advertisers. Its core question is always, what can I show you to keep you scrolling? An intent economy would be optimized for fulfillment. Its driving question would be, what is your goal and how can we help you achieve it? That's a profound difference. Okay, I know what you're thinking. A system this powerful? That sounds kind of scary, right? It raises these enormous questions about control and privacy and manipulation. So any ethical version of this OS has to be built on a foundation of some absolutely non-negotiable safety rules. There are 3 core safety principles here. Number 1, and this is a big one, you own your data. Period. You and only you own your intent data. It can't be sold or used without your direct permission. 2, radical transparency. The system's code has to be open source so anyone can look at it and audit it. And 3, no central ministry of truth. The system cannot decide what's true. It can only help bring evidence to the surface, keeping the power where it belongs, with us, the users. So, what's the end game here? If we could actually build this thing safely, what is the ultimate potential? where does this road lead? Because this isn't just about another app. It's about fundamentally rewiring how humans collaborate on a truly global scale. If you look at history, it shows us that every few centuries, a new layer of technology comes along that just completely reorganizes society. The printing press spread knowledge. Electricity powered the Industrial Revolution. The internet connected the entire globe. Well, the argument here is that an Intent OS could be that next great layer, one that's designed for the global coordination of human purpose. When it comes down to it, the promise of a system like this isn't just about making things more efficient or building a better search engine. It's not about optimizing how we buy stuff. The real goal is something much, much more profound. By mapping out all of our collective needs and dreams, and then helping us coordinate to actually achieve them, the ultimate function of this OS isn't just to connect us to information or to products. It might be to finally connect humanity to itself. Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.